Close your eyes and listen. Can you hear it? The faint crackle of a candle flame. The sigh of parchment turning in the dark. Somewhere in the quiet corners of history, a mystery waits, unsettled, unsolved. Let your breath slow. Let the world beyond this moment fade. Asterisk, tonight we step into the shadows of a 14th century workshop, where a single candle burns and never goes out. Our story begins in the year 1372. In a village where the wind carries the scent of iron and herbs, where an alchemist named Elias the Silent worked alone. Until the morning they found his workshop unlocked, his tools untouched, and one candle still lit. After 3 days of rain. Part 1. The Workshop of Whispers. The villagers swore Elias had not left his workshop in weeks. He'd been consumed by his final experiment seeking the light of eternity, a flame said to burn without wax or wick. And yet, there it was. A humble tallow candle, its glow steady as a heartbeat. No drafts could extinguish it, no hands could smother it, and beside it, a journal. Its pages filled with symbols that moved when stared at too long, as if the ink itself were alive. The apothecary swore it was science. The priest claimed it was devilry. But the blacksmith's daughter, sharp-eyed Marguerite, noticed something odd. The candle's light cast no shadow, and when she held her palm over the flame, she felt no heat, only a pull, gentle as a tide, as if the light were drinking the dark around it. That night Marguerite dreamed of a door that hadn't been in the workshop before. Old oak, carved with a single word, look, and when she woke, the candle had burned down, yet the flame hovered, now mid-air waiting. Part 2. The Coded Journal. Marguerite couldn't resist. She opened Elias's journal, and the symbols shivered under her gaze. Not ink, beetle wings, crushed to a gloss and mixed with quicksilver. A alchemist trick. Or a warning. The first legible line read, "The light is not fire, it is a window," and below it, a sketch of a candle flame. Inside the flame, tiny, perfect faces, watching. That's when Marguerite heard the knocking. Not at the workshop door. From inside the candle, 3 soft taps, then silence. And the journal's next page? Blank, except for a single wet fingerprint, still warm. Do you feel it too? The sense that something is standing just behind the light? Marguerite followed the clues, like breadcrumbs of candle wax, to the village well. Its stones were worn smooth by centuries of hands. But that morning the water had turned milky white. And floating on its surface, dozens of unlit candle wicks, none would burn, as if the well itself had snuffed them out. An old shepherd muttered a folktale one the church had tried to erase, about the lights that were not ours. How, long ago, villagers would lower candles into the well at midnight, and if the flame danced sideways, it meant something below was breathing on it. Marguerite took Elias's candle to the well. She held it over the dark water, and the flame bent horizontally. Not from wind, as if pulled, then a sound. Not from the well, from inside the candle. A voice, faint as a moth's wing. He found us. Asterisk Part 4. The Lost Lamps of Alexandria in Elias's journal. Marguerite found a crumbling sketch. The Alexandrian everlasting lamp, a legendary device said to burn for 500 years. Not magic, but science. A glass vessel holding a self-renewing flame, fed by an unknown gas from deep underground. The last one was recorded in Rome, in the hands of a nun who claimed it spoke in hymns, then it vanished, just like Elias. Marguerite pieced together the truth. Elias hadn't created the candle, he'd found it, buried beneath the well. And when he lit it, the flame showed him where the other lamps were hidden. But the light demanded a price, for every question answered. A memory was taken. By the end, Elias forgot his own name. Only the candle remembered, and now it wanted her. Part 5. The Door in the Flame. That night Marguerite saw it. The door from her dream. Now inside the candle's flame. Oak, iron hinges, slightly ajar. Through the crack, not darkness, but another workshop. Identical to Elias's, except the shadows moved wrong, and sitting at the desk. A figure, head bowed over a journal, writing the same symbols over and over. Then it looked up, not Elias, something wearing his face, smiling with too many teeth. It whispered, "Bring more light." Asterisk. Marguerite blew out the candle. The door vanished. But when she woke the next morning, her left hand was stained with ink. And in her pocket, a wick she didn't remember taking, still warm. Marguerite returned to the workshop at midnight, the stolen wick pulsing like a second heartbeat in her palm. This time, she noticed what she'd missed before. The walls were covered in faint handprints, all left-handed, all exactly her size, and in the corner, a pile of discarded candles, each burned down to a nub, except one. Still tall, still unlit, with her name scratched into the wax. When she touched it, the journal flipped open on its own. The last entry written that morning, in her handwriting: "The light doesn't take memories, it makes copies." Elias is still down there, so many Eliases, all still writing, all still waiting, and below, a drawing of the well, with hands reaching up from the water, holding candles, every flame containing a tiny screaming face. Part 7. The Light That Answers. The truth slithered into place. The everlasting lamps were never things. They were prisons, for questions that shouldn't be answered. Each flame a captured why or how, fed by the curiosity of fools like Elias, like her. And the thing in the well? It wasn't alive. It was hungry. Marguerite made her choice. She took both candles to the well, lit them, and as two doors flickered into existence, she did what Elias never dared. She stepped between them, into the place where the light came from, where something blinked. Epilogue. The village now. If you go to that village today, you'll find the well sealed, with a strange wax no one can melt, but sometimes, at exactly noon, the blacksmith's anvil rings by itself, and if you press your ear to the well's cover, you'll hear it, faint, relentless, the sound of a quill scratching. And two voices, one young, one old, whispering the same word, almost. Asterisk. The candle still burns somewhere, perhaps in your dreams tonight, so tell me, when you wake to a flicker in the dark, will you close your eyes, or will you look closer? The end. Oh, RSIT. The wax record years later. A traveling scholar found Marguerite's diary hidden in the church vestry. Its pages fused together with wax, except for one entry, dated the day after she vanished. The light doesn't just answer questions, it collects them. Every why we've ever whispered, every how we've ever begged, they all go down the well. And what comes back wears our faces but doesn't know our names. I met Elias today. He's been here 300 years. He says to tell you, when you hear knocking in your dreams, don't light a candle. Pray for darkness instead. Asterisk the unlit candle. The scholar took the diary, but left behind a single unlit candle on the church altar. When the priest found it, he swore its wick was damp, as if dipped in well water. That night, every candle in the village except that one burned blue for exactly 1 hour. And 7 people woke with the same dream. A door, slightly open, and something on the other side, blowing out their window candles, one by one by one. Asterisk final silence. Look at your own candle now. See how the flame bends toward you. Asterisk.